here we go. So we're going to fly up the road here, and I'm going to try and keep the altitude kind of low going up this road. With the DJI Mini 4K, I know the range pretty much in my mind with a bunch of trees that surrounded me. And I think I can get to the end of the road here, which is about 1,000 feet. And then we'll pick up some altitude. Pay no attention to the blown out sky. I had my settings too dark, and so in post-production I'm trying to raise the level, and it just totally blew out the sky. That's my fault, nothing to do with the DJI camera. Okay, so right now we are at about 1,000 feet from home point, and I'm just going to go straight in this direction, gain a little bit more altitude, fly up to 392 feet. And just go straight. And then with my previous drone, DJI Mini SE, I would start to lose my signal right about this area right here. So the DJI Mini 4K has a clear line of sight of 10 kilometers, which is about 6 miles. Now with trees and hills, the signal will go around all that, and you can get a range anywhere from 3/4 of a mile to maybe a mile. At my family home up north, I got a little bit further because I believe we were on a little bit of a hill shooting down. And this area I've never been to right here. I've lived here 18 years and have never been down this road, and didn't realize there were some decent homes in this area. So I'm going straight down this road. I am starting to lose signal. We are at 3,600 feet, which is about 7/10 of a mile, and I have lost signal. And I am looking at how far we are from home, trying to, in my mind, visualize which way to go, and seeing if the miles are getting lower. See if I'm heading in the right direction. And finally, what I did was I toggled on the map, and what that will do is show you the direction in which you came. And so now I know we're going back in the right direction. But normally I wouldn't fly this far away. I really have no need to unless I'm doing a range test. And with a $300 drone, what's the worst that could happen? You lose signal, all you do is hit the return home button. So now I see a lake that's near my home. Know for sure which way we're going. So we'll bring it on back in this direction, and we'll take it uphill in another direction. What's funny is from this angle, you would never know that there are a whole bunch of houses in this area. And this is a great little area about 30 miles from Charlotte, North Carolina. Not the greatest town, but nice little neighborhood. Decreasing my altitude as we fly over the lake. It'll give a better visual impact. There's a nice house over here, and this guy likes to remain private, and I don't blame him. And we're also coming up on one of the other nicer homes in my neighborhood. They have a built-in swimming pool, good size home. And yeah, there it is. Nice sunny summer day in August. So at this point, we've gained a little bit more altitude. We're going up a hill. There's some farmland over here, beautiful farmland. It's not just open pasture, but there are these little, look like man-made lakes. And then you'll see like a row of trees. And we're coming up on some cows here. I can hear them mooing sometimes from my house. Over in the distance, that's a new horse barn that went up about a year ago. And I've tried a couple of times to fly this far and have been unsuccessful. We will try again. This is about 2,000 feet. And my signal's starting to break up. So, I could go further without a signal. And if I got lost, could have hit just the return the home button. And maybe I'll try that next time. But when I don't have a picture, I tend to get worried. And so I'm guessing which way back. And was wrong, of course. So I toggled onto the map. And that shows the path which we came in. And you can also see like an arrow to the home point. So I know we're going back in the right direction, but something freaky kind of happened right here. My drone slowed down to 9 miles per hour. I've never had this happen before. And I don't know if it was because I tilted the camera down, but for some reason that affected the speed. I've never had that happen before. But here we are just crawling along, and I thought, hey, maybe I might lose my drone. And I checked the battery, saw that I had enough battery to make it back, even if I have to crawl all the way back. But we're just crawling back 9 miles per hour. And so eventually I tilt the camera back up, and for some reason I gain my speed back. So here's my road right here. We'll go down my road. And so at this point we're at 392 feet in altitude. And we're coming up to a road that runs into my road. We'll take a turn. We'll go over the lake one more time, then come in for a landing. Now I say lake, but this is really a big pond that really isn't too deep. I think at its deepest it might be like 8 feet, but the water's murky. It used to be stocked with fish from our homeowners association, but they no longer do that. Not too many people even visit the lake. And there were a few snakes around, a lot of copperhead snakes. I've seen a couple. Usually come across one a year, either around the lake or near my house. So we're going to come down in altitude. I'm going to use my street as my runway. We'll get in between these trees. Now the DJI Mini 4K does not have optical avoidance to the sides, so we got to be careful flying through these trees. And here I am straight ahead. And I'm using this white foam as a landing pad. Somewhere I have a landing pad that I purchased, but I can't find it. And with each flight, I learned something new. And one thing that I learned new with this flight was never put a camera too close to your landing pad, because as you are landing, when you get near the ground surface, the air gets kind of crazy, and we drifted back and hit the camera.